EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
There seemed to be no end in sight to the national industrial strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, as the non-academic staff union have equally joined, and they have promised that to commence nationwide strike, indefinite nationwide strike, from on the 11th of September. And this is sure getting unbearable for Nigerians, and definitely not a part of the dividends of democracy. Well, hello everyone, many thanks indeed for joining us. This is the EOM Business Network, and we're coming to you from the studios of EOM Communications. Smarting from Nigeria exiting recession, today on the program, our focus is on the state of the economy as we speak to notable industry operators about their businesses in relation to the operating environment. It's a package you just can't afford to miss. Sit back, relax yourself as we bring you the details. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please stay with us.
The Proudly Nigerian campaign is an initiative committed towards locating, identifying, recognizing, and promoting outstanding Nigerian individuals and organizations, both domiciled in the country and in the diaspora, for their positive contributions towards the continuous growth and development of Nigerians and the brand Nigeria. The campaign also aims to create an enviable environment which will ensure that the creativity of Nigerians is adequately recognized, particularly in the sphere of producing local whole content, goods and services.
You are proud to be a Nigerian, and you are proud of everything Nigerian. And I would urge all Nigerians to rethink, refocus, and come to the decision that as a proud Nigerian, given all what God has given us, let's use them to tell the rest of the world that there is nothing they have that we don't have better of.
It is also established to recognize the need to encourage more productivity from the teeming Nigerians, both in the country and in the diaspora, who are brimming with ideas that could change the paradigm of Nigeria for good. It is against this background that the Proudly Nigerian Campaign Organization is embarking on a media tour to select strategic print media publications like The Nation, Sun, Vanguard, Business Day, and Punch newspapers to solicit for their partnerships so as to sensitize the citizenry on the need to be proudly Nigerians always. Proudly Nigerian Campaign, great nation, great opportunities.
Special TV report. Destination Abuja. Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
We are Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industries. The chamber movement in Nigeria, in as much as it has existed for many years, still has a lot of challenges.
People in manufacturing, in importation, in exportation are all members of the chamber. So the essence is to foster and grow their business through advocacy, through inputs to government in areas of interest.
Watch out.
EOM Communications presents The Nigerian Engineer.
The Nigerian content law that already is being in use in the oil and gas sector, and it's beginning to yield some results. And we are saying you should extend this to all the sectors of the economy.
The Nigerian Engineer.
The vision of Nigerian Center of Chemical Engineering is actually to be a center of excellence for chemical engineering profession in Africa and to be the prime mover of industrialization.
The Nigerian Engineer. Watch out. On the Nigerian economy and recession. Nigeria is officially out of recession. After contracting for 5 consecutive quarters, the Nigerian economy has finally exited recession, as data on the country's gross domestic products (GDP) growth rate released by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has shown that the economy grew at 0.55% in the second quarter of 2017. However, Nigerians are cautious and have advised that government and all other stakeholders must position themselves for sustainable economic growth. Another school of thought is of the view that until coming out of recession translate into meaningful improvement in people's lives, welfare, well-being, and businesses, Nigerians cannot say hallelujah. EOM Business Network spoke with industry operators about their businesses in relation to the Nigerian economy.
Today we are in Surulere with a view to speaking to Nigerians on what they think about Nigeria coming out of economic recession.
Basically, yes, Nigeria is out of recession, but out of recession by numbers only, because during the recession from 2016 to date, people lost a lot of jobs and there were a lot of shift in the consumer class. So what people could naturally afford before, they could not afford it, or they cannot afford it at the moment. So we can say there are cost implications from the recession experience. And what that basically means is, because we do not have the required infrastructure and all that it takes to move the economy or to bounce the economy back to normal, these cost implications have come to stay, and it might take a longer time for them to get completely wiped out of the economy.
Nigeria coming out of the whole recession thing is actually a good thing, because now at least parents will have the money to pay for their children's school fees and all that, and at least, yeah, there'll be lots of job opportunities. Workers can get their jobs back. Those that were laid off and all that, they can actually get their jobs back, and well, it's actually good for us.
I want to believe we're out of the recession though, but I think the implication is not far-fetched, you know, better life for Nigerians, for youth, and mentally, physically, economically, basically.
Welcome to Grand Hotels Asaba, where quality hospitality service counts. We render 24 hours room restaurant service, high Wi-Fi internet connectivity, conference hall of 3,000 capacity and other halls and meeting rooms, recreation center of international standard, which includes the gym, tennis courts and the swimming pool, Makosa band at the jetty bar, spacious car park, pastry shop, business center and spa. Grand Hotels, a paradise on the river Niger.
Findings from global economic evaluations suggest that for any economic climate to achieve a friendly, conducive and thriving business environment, the establishment of social infrastructures like health, electricity, roads, communication, transportation systems, physical structures, as well as friendly tax regimes and so on is essential. In fact, some of the major roots of Nigeria's economic stagnation can be traced to infrastructure deficit, insufficient implementation of developmental policies, lack of consistency to agreed policies, financial mismanagement, and unfriendly tax regimes, amongst others. Recent results from the Article 4 consultation with Nigeria by the International Monetary Fund has also presented the unsustainability of Nigeria's economic policies as a major problem, which has necessitated a strategy to transform the economy into a more diversified and inclusive one. Economic experts have therefore recommended that for Nigeria to improve on its 1% real growth in its economic recovery plans to revamp the current economic challenges and indeed compete favorably in the circle of global economic powers, then about 25% of its gross domestic product must be sincerely and consistently committed to infrastructure development over the next 10 years. EOM Business Network spoke to a cross-section of industry captains on the prospects and challenges of doing business in Nigeria. Alhaji Muhammadu Sanusi is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SG International Agencies Limited.
Kano has progressed tremendously. When I came to Kano in 1975, if I begin to tell you the story of what was in Kano then, but if you compare it to what is happening today, I think Kano has been transformed to a small London. The then governor of Kano State, Alhaji Audu Bako, may his soul rest in peace, was the pace setter for Kano. And whatever we're doing here, we have not yet attained that level the man wants to bring Kano, the standard he wants, come any day. The initiator is Rabi Musa Konkoso, because it was during his period he gainfully established a Rimasap agency, which employed more than 3,000 unemployable youths. But before then, it was the same Rabi Musa Konkoso who diffused the volatile tension in Kano. If you remember, in those days, they would tell you there is crisis in Kano. People will run helter-skelter. Some will run into their villages, they won't come back. Igbo man will run to his village, Yoruba man will run to his village, and some other tribes that are from the north, but because they are non-Muslim and they are non-Hausa speaking countries or languages, they are sometimes threatened. But thank God, with the coming of Rabi Musa Konkoso, that volatility has been reduced tremendously by gainfully engaging the thugs who are the untouchables then. They call them untouchables, they call them uncuttables. But today, it has been reduced to the barest minimum. I think the state government need to do more, because we still have this small element of thugs around the Kano community that are tormenting people. We still have much to do in terms of engaging these rascal youths, because they say an idle mind is a devil workshop, and that is precisely what is happening. We graduate students from the universities, some from the secondary schools, we have nothing to do. We have not much to give to them. And the youth are so corny that they will not even go to any hard work. They will want to have white collar job when you don't have the qualification for it. Some of them will go for business administration. You have no business. Taking a job that will engage you, you will not want to. You want to work in an office where you will have money coming easily. No. But if you say you want to depend on government to give you work, sorry my brother, you'll be on the street looking for a job. If I don't have the job to give you, then you start looking for a job. But if you have acquired the knowledge from the university, as you are coming out from the university, either job will either be waiting for you or you'll be looking for what to do. All you will need from me is, Uncle, give me capital. Dad, give me capital. Let me do this.
Dr. Joseph Oladipukbo Faniyi is the founder of Jofan's Construction Company Limited.
We have seen numerous developments that encourage us. For example, the road infrastructure, power, even though it's not stable, the building of medical facilities, like the hospital the government built in Ofa, is of good standard, and we appreciate it. The polytechnic the government built improve the educational standard of our children, and we also appreciate that.
I should this back to the 1960s. Specifically, in 1969, our founder, my dad, Dr. Joseph Faniyi, registered a one-man business, New World Cabinets, in Ofa, in Kwara State. And then in 1977, the name was changed to Faniyi and Sons as the company grew a bit bigger. And then in 1981, finally, it was incorporated as a private limited liability company and registered as a Jofan's Construction Company Limited, a name that we maintain up till today. So throughout that time, we have satisfied our customers. We've developed a tradition of making quality furniture for schools, for hotels, for private homes, and tertiary institutions across the state and even outside the state, the boundaries of Kwara State. We are committed to manufacturing, bringing to the market quality furnitures, perfectly finished furnitures that serve their purpose, that gives the customers the value for their money. We have a very diverse range of products. Our products meet up the needs of virtually every aspect of human society. We manufacture furnitures for schools, all kinds of schools, from basic schools to secondary schools to tertiary institutions. We manufacture furnitures, we furnish hotels, we furnish private homes, kitchens, wardrobes, beds. We even make wooden ceilings. We make wooden tiles, wooden floorboards that can be used in place of tiles. So we make virtually everything that comes under the name of furniture. Well, it's not been easy. It's no news that the business environment in Nigeria is a tough one. There are so many challenges. There's the issue of power. There's the issue of getting well-trained staff. There's the issue of the influx of imported furnitures. But we have been able to carve a niche for ourselves in our environment. We have survived for decades. Our history is about as old as Kwara State itself. We've been able to survive because we remain committed to producing quality furniture. We have not changed. Right from 1969 up till today, 2017, our aim remains the same: to satisfy our customers.
Engineer Peter Sani is the Chief Executive Officer of Prosan Engineering Company Limited.
This company came into existence in 1992, having a vision of providing services in the water engineering business. Our original concept was in line of drilling boreholes. But with the advent of so many incomers into the business, having so many quacks in the business, we had to go into another field of water engineering, that is into water treatment. So principally now we are into water treatment engineering business. We fabricate and install packaged water treatment plants to treat water to WHO standard for communities, towns and villages. And that is our core business. And then we undertake any other business that is in line of water engineering, like pipelines, construction of tanks, both ground and high-level tanks. That is our main core business. Our vision is to provide very quality service in the water engineering business and to use available resources locally to produce solutions to problems in the water engineering business. And that has been our vision. We have developed over the years and reduced cost and still produce high quality service to meet the need of the generality of the people. And also, our product, which is the packaged water treatment plant, compares very favorably with those that are imported. And in fact, if you see our product, you cannot differentiate them from those that are imported. Our value is to be sincere with our client, to be honest with our client, to give them value for their investment. That has been our mainstay, and that is what has kept us going. That is why many clients that patronize us, some of them we don't know them, but they hear about us and they know that we deal with people honestly, and that's why they keep coming. The engineers locally, we have the capacity to solve the problem that we have in Nigeria. That time I was working for a company who wanted us to go and produce abroad and import to Nigeria, but I chose not to go. I chose to remain here. We have the capacity to solve the problem, but we are limited because either the people don't believe in us, or because government chooses to import such things that can be produced locally. The only thing that we want the government to do is to give the engineers the opportunity to develop. Nobody is going to transfer technology to us. We are the one who will develop our own technology and bring up this nation out of the woods. So I believe that we have the capacity to solve the problem if given the right enabling environment.
Henrietta Ifoma is the proprietor of Marble Hill Schools.
Marble Hill School was established in 1998. My husband and I were in Ibadan, and I actually came into the education sector by accident, you know, that's how I would put it. And I always remembered my time in Corona, you know, the beauty of it, watching children, you know, toddlers coming in and you nurturing them through the nursery section and then onto the primary section, and then they grow and eventually leave the school. All that you have imparted in them guides them all through life. I found that to be a very beautiful thing. So I told my husband I would like to establish a school with that special touch, you know, giving children the opportunities, giving them the very best, exposing them truly. So that was it. And that was how Marble Hill was born in the year 1998. The motto of the school is service and excellence. I believe that whatever you put your mind to do, you should try and do the very best. I tell children, you know, why do you want to climb Mount Everest? You are a mountain climber, but why Mount Everest? Because it is there, and it is possible, it is achievable. It's something that has been done. So why would you settle for something somewhere in the middle when there is the peak, the very peak? So that's what we have put in the children. And in everything, classwork, the assignments, we want them to excel, to be the best they can. In Marble Hill, no child comes to school, even in a day, without being taught all the periods of that day. All the periods, because their teachers are always there. And even when the other teacher is not feeling too fine, there's someone else to step in.
Marble Hill School is a place where every parent should aspire to take his or her children to, because it's a place where all-round education takes place. We educate the children, we teach them how to comport themselves, how to relate with other individuals in the society. It's an all-encompassing form of education that goes on in Marble Hill School.
Marble Hill School is one school that every child that walks into this school doesn't go back the same way he or she did. It's a school where every child is happy. It's a school where every potential is tapped. It's a school where attention is given to every student, no matter how weak, no matter how strong. There's something good in every child, and we ensure that we get the best out of them.
My advice to the younger people is just study hard and trust in God, and you know that you go far in life.
You should work hard,
read your book so that you can be successful in life, because nothing comes easy. You always have to do what is right, and please follow God, follow your parents, obey the rules and regulations.
I advise kids out there that whatever you dream of, you can achieve. It just entails hard work, dedication, and prayer always. Never give up, never relent in your studies, because everything in this world needs calculation. You can never get wrong calculations. And if you're not used to it, like certainly you can't live in this world because you need to calculate.
And that's our package for the day. Thank you very much for being a part of it. We hope you have benefited from the content we have reported. Just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com. On behalf of the rest of the production team, big thank you to you, our esteemed sponsors, for your continued interest and support. And always remember, we are Charms. Oh yes. Not forgetting, every Monday, EOM Business Network on Silverbirds Television from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. 1 hour super bumper package. You can't afford to miss it. Please join us on Monday with Ethel Opala. I remain Olorogo Elkanah Maware. We'll see you on Monday.